Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Max with BuzzTox here, and I'm back with another Game of Thrones news video. In these videos, I go on Watchers on the Wall, and I give you my thoughts and opinions on the latest news to break. So that takes us to our first story, and that is that Game of Thrones Season 7 has actually released the times of all of the episodes. But before I reveal it, let me put that into context. Let's look at Season 6. Episode 1 was 50 minutes, 54 minutes, 52 minutes, 59, 57, 52, 51, 59, 60, and the finale was 69 minutes long. So we got an average episode length of 56.3 minutes long. Now here is Season 7. The one difference is that we have 3 episodes less. In Episode 1, we're getting 59 minutes, 59, 63, 50, 59, 71, and the finale is 81 minutes long. It's the longest finale in Game of Thrones history. Now the average episode for Game of Thrones Season 7 is going to be 63.1 minutes long. Now I did some mathematics. In Season 6, we got 563 minutes. But in Season 7, we're only getting 442 minutes. So we're actually going to be missing out on 121 minutes of Game of Thrones compared to Season 6. And in actuality, if the episodes were 56 minutes long, according to Season 6, we're technically missing out on 2.16 Game of Thrones Season 6 episodes, if you understand what I'm saying. So in layman's terms, Game of Thrones Season 7 is going to be 7 episodes long. We're 3 episodes short. But in the positive, we're only really missing out on 2 episodes of Game of Thrones because the episodes in Season 7 are a bit longer. So it will be exciting to see how that plays out on screen. But that takes us to our second story, and it is very significant because Game of Thrones broke a big record by setting people on fire in one day. In Season 5, the episode Dance of Dragons, they set 20 people on fire in a single day. But in this season, they have one sequence that burns 73 people. And there's a reason why this is a big deal. This sequence where they burn 73 people is actually a fight between Daenerys' army and Lannister soldiers. We have seen set pictures of the Lannisters taking out carriages of resources that they're shipping to King's Landing. This could either be at Casterly Rock or Highgarden, but it probably is Highgarden. But what makes the number 73 so significant is it really foreshadows a point in Game of Thrones history. In the past, during Aegon's conquest, on his dragon he burned thousands of people, and this is known as the Field of Fire. And I believe that they're going to be recreating this in this season. We are going to see Daenerys burn an immense amount of people. And it will probably be more than 73 because they're going to digitally recreate more people getting burned. And what I've said before, what I love about this fight is it's between different characters that we love. We have Grey Worm, Daenerys, and Tyrion on one side, and we have Jaime and Bronn on the other. And what will be interesting is recreating the Field of Fire kind of paints Daenerys in a negative light. We've come to love Jaime and Bronn, and from their perspective, they're going to see Daenerys burning their men alive. It'll be massive genocide, and people could potentially question Daenerys as a ruler because her burning all those people could be considered reckless. But I also want to point out that this action set piece is going to be huge because the shoot for this action set piece took about 3 weeks. And if we compare it to Battle of the Bastards, which was the huge action episode of the season, that took approximately 3 weeks. It took exactly 25 days, and this battle episode between Daenerys and the Lannisters really fits that time frame. But what's going to be crazy about this season is that there's going to be a lot of big scenes like this. The DP for Game of Thrones came forward, and he had a lot of praise for the next upcoming season. He said that this season isn't really comparable to other seasons because past seasons you'd have 2 really big show-stopping episodes. That would be unbelievable, but since we have 7 episodes instead of 10, and since they have approximately the same budget, at least half of the 7 episodes that we're going to be getting for Game of Thrones Season 7 are going to be show-stopping, action-packed filled episodes. Which is going to be really interesting to see because we know we're going to be getting these scenes with Daenerys in the Field of Fire, which is going to be fighting Lannister soldiers and burning them alive, which will be a whole action set piece in itself. And that'll be in Episode 4 or 5. But we also have in Episode 6, the over-the-wall conflict with Jon and the White Walkers. We also know of another action set piece between Theon and Euron Greyjoy, a big ship battle that should take place in Episode 2. So there's a lot of action set pieces to look forward to in this season. And we also know when there isn't going to be any action, we're going to be so engaged in the show because we're going to have all of our favorite characters together. But since Game of Thrones is soon coming to a close, it's been announced that there might possibly be a Game of Thrones Season 8 delay. We've come to expect Game of Thrones every year, and for Game of Thrones Season 7, it was delayed a couple months. And it seems like for Season 8, they're going to be delaying it an extra year. And that's because the showrunners have talked to the president of HBO and said that it's going to take them about a year and a half to really write and plan out the last 6 episodes of Game of Thrones. So with this news, I'm not disappointed because they need to take their time to make sure they really flesh it out appropriately. And to be honest, they confirmed that 6 episodes will be in Season 8, but since they're writing it now, they may have to expand to 7 episodes or maybe 8 episodes just to convey their message. And that's what the president was saying, is that nothing is set in stone until all of the scripts are done and they're ready to work on production. But that is it for the news, everybody. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And please like and subscribe and share this video. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.